Good morning everyone, and welcome to another live stream London session. Okay, let's see what do we have here. Just let me fix the settings on the session volume profile. Okay, now it is better. So for the moment we have really strong bullish momentum on German 40. Okay, yesterday London session was extremely bad, but today already we have pretty decent price movement. Okay, we have also kind of sell off on gold. Okay, now the gold is breaking the lows, today lows, below 4,812. So we are creating a new lows. Maybe we could see slightly bigger pullback. Maybe this weekly pivot point 4,811, and then we could eventually see rejection and continuation to the upside. Today, short term, I will be looking for longs. Okay, this was a really strong rejection. If price managed to break above this area, I will be looking for longs definitely. And so far price is moving up. Eventually I could wait for the pullback to this area. So that we had here pretty good consolidation. Now we have to wait for the closure, pull back on the next candle, and then I will be entering the longs. Okay, so far so good. Let's see how big pullback we'll have. Yeah, a little bit bigger than expected. Okay. Let me see on the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame still looks pretty bearish, since we have this weekly pivot right here. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, what we could expect from the previous day is eventually retest of this value area high. The best possible entry for us would be if we're gonna go with the buys around 4,769. But yeah, for the moment price looks slightly more bearish than bullish, but overall I already have buys, so let's wait and see. I had entry around 814.21, just because we had pretty decent rejection from this weekly pivot point. Already 28 points in a profit. My entry is pretty much on this candle right here, where we had retest of this area with stop loss here. Stop loss 4,810.8. Good morning, Jake. Welcome. So in this case, eventually I could have risk reward 3-1, 2-1, even 2-1. I mean, if we see a little bit more bullish momentum, that could be easily 3-1, 24. CVD also confirming my entry. Although we don't have divergence here, but it is what it is. Yeah, a lot of bullish momentum right now in German 40. So yeah, the reason for my entry is pretty much this 1 minute support. Now can we see a little bit more bullish momentum? I will probably use trailing stop. If price go higher, I will be just moving my stop loss higher and higher. But first target where we have a lot of EGF. Let me see on the session volume profile on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, eventually this pivot point, this point of control, 25 could be eventually the next target. Could be the next target. If price goes down, breaks below this weekly pivot point and hits my stop loss, it's high probability that price will eventually continue to go down. Let's see this fixed volume profile range. Okay, point of control is around 817. So maybe we'll have a slightly problems breaking above 817.4. But this is just the last swing from the last, let's say, 1.5 hour volume. The most volume happened around 817. Yeah, I mean, German 40 looks pretty bullish right now. Hello Ivan, welcome. Yeah, I also want to see breakout above EMA, this exponential moving average 50. That would be confirmation that price will eventually continue to go up. Okay, pretty strong sell-off still. German 40 looks good so far. Okay, this is the daily high. Yeah, this is the daily high. We are currently even breaking above daily highs, which could give us a little bit more bullish momentum. Daily highs on gold is probably this one, 4,871, really close to this daily pivot point. And now we are trading around lower daily pivot point. I think it's daily. Let's take a look. It is daily, 4,811. That's why my stop loss is slightly below that, because once when we see a breakout below this daily pivot point, more likely we'll see continuation. If you look on the 50-minute time frame, you will clearly see that first rejection was actually almost from resistance number 1. Okay, this daily pivot point because of the closure, but overall strong rejection actually happened from this R2 pivot point. So in both cases, like, it's pretty much okay. We could have a fake out, but overall it was really close to this pivot point, so that's why there was actually a good sell opportunity in this point right here. 5-minute time frame looks kind of promising because current candle created lower wick, and then we could see continuation to the upside. I would like to see CVD pretty bullish on the next 2 seconds. Yeah, and it is. Like, we have a pretty strong, I would say, confirmation. We had this fake out closure below this area on CVD. Look at that. We had a closure. A lot of people maybe thought that the price might continue to go up, but eventually the next 2 candles were pretty bullish, and we had closure back in the range. We could argue that this was the range. Even if price on CVD managed to retest top of the range, I think in the real price that should be around 29 or even 30, maybe even higher than that. So let's wait and see what will happen. On a minute time frame, 1 minute time frame looks a little bit more choppy, but yeah, the lower time frame, the much more noise. Overall, even CVD now looks pretty good, so let's wait and see. We know that on a 5-minute time frame, this is the range for CVD. In the next 14 minutes we will have London opening, and yeah, let's take a look. The price will soon retest yesterday's highs. Yesterday high. If price managed to break above that during the London opening, more likely we will see price moving to the upside much faster. Okay, we have also potential closure above this moving average, which will be good. Now I could easily move stop loss below this lows right here, because first of all I had a stop loss below this lows. Now price created higher low, which means that price eventually could and should respect this low. So if we see now breakout of this lows, there's high probability that you will see continuation to the downside. So we are creating pretty much higher lows right now. Okay, price is around 21. 63 pips profit right now, and I will be moving my stop loss. Yeah, below the slopes. My stop loss will go below the slopes right here. So my stop loss is right now, let me see how much pips. Like 97 pips, not even 10 pips. Let's do 10 pips stop loss. Okay, this is my stop loss right now. If price managed to goes down and hit my stop loss, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, my first target will be this POC. POC will be my first target. And then I will probably close 80% of my position and leave the runner. Okay, yeah, CAD looks extremely bullish right now, which is good for this trade. I'm waiting for CBD to retest this resistance right there. In that point, if we see a retest of this resistance, maybe price will actually reach my target for today or for this trade. Price is falling, but CVD is not falling that much. Wow, this was This was a pretty big pullback. From 70 pips profit, we are now sitting on only 16 pips profit. I mean, it is what it is. Soon, now 8 pips, 7 pips, break even point. Not yet, but it will be probably. Yeah, if price goes down, his stop loss, it is what it is. Overall idea was good. Only 10 pips stop loss. The reason why I didn't move my stop loss on break even, because like in, let's say, 70 to 80% of the time, every time when I enter long or shorts, price goes in my direction, then I move my stop loss on break in, and almost 70 to 80% of the time price goes down, retest my entry point, and then goes again in my direction. That's why I left a little bit of space if price managed to even revisit my entry point or my entry level, that price I will not get stopped out, and then we'll see eventually reverse rejection and continuation to the upside. But so far looks like that price might continue to go down. The good thing is that after this, let's say, sell off, we broke above this trend line. Now we can say that we're retesting this, but this is the 1 minute time frame, so I don't know how accurate will be this point. Hopefully this trend line will hold even on a smaller time frame. Even though I would say I'm even still more bearish on gold than bullish. Yeah, but the strange thing is now even when indices goes up, gold is going down. So if indices goes down, gold will go down even heavily, like harder, much harder. So yeah, maybe it's time for me to look for sells on gold eventually. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, more likely price will hit my stop loss, but it is what it is. Maybe it's time to look for sells in gold and stick to my original plan. I mean, maybe this trade goes on me just because I had opportunity to take some profits with like 700, like with 70 pips. I didn't. Yeah, price still didn't hit my stop loss, but looks like it will. Yeah, I mean, small pullback on German 40, now it did. Small pullback on German 40 and even bigger pullback on gold. Okay, I lost 10 pips, which is nothing. Now we have to start again. This area still is possible rejection zone right here with this weekly pivot point. If price manages to break below that, I think it is high probability that price will continue to go down. I think I woke up in like around 4, and I was considering shorting gold around 4,840, 45, 46. I believe the price was somewhere around here. I was thinking about shorting with stop loss above this high, but I didn't because I didn't do my analysis, and when I woke up, price was already below 4,820. Yeah, Price is retesting again. I mean, should I go with one more entry? Because now it's obvious that we have a divergence on we have a pretty big divergence right now on price on gold. Because we are revisiting this lows, but yeah, CVD is much higher. Maybe we could go with the buy slightly below that, because a lot of people will enter resell, and then I could go with the opposite trade. But in the same time, I don't want to force entries, but yeah, maybe I could go with a small entry. Maybe I could give my trade a second chance. Maybe we should wait for at least 5-minute candle closure. 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, you can clearly see price fell significantly, but CVD was pretty much trading side by side. So in reality, we don't have that much selling pressure as the price showing. Maybe I could try to catch the lower wick on the current candle with really tight stop loss. Okay, I'm still waiting. If price managed to break below that lows, I will give up. I will not be looking for longs. Let's see, 5-6 seconds left to see another 1-minute candle closure. Okay, let's wait for the lower wick on the current candle. If that lower wicks manage to respect previous candle lows, I will be looking for longs. Obviously that we have here a little bit more rejection, a little bit more volume. Let's zoom out, volume profile. Yeah, this area is like more sellers and buyers. Price didn't manage to spend a lot of time here. That's why we could see eventually instant rejection. Okay, another bearish candle. I don't like that. Let's wait. Yeah, eventually we could go with the continuation to the downside. Now if I see them break out of this low pivot point, I mean I could easily go with reverse trade and go with the sells. But I'm still not looking for that. I'm still looking for longs. Even if I got stopped out, it is what it is. And I enter a long. Right here, stop loss also very tight, 30 pip stop loss. Yeah, I will get stopped out before I entered. Okay, I got stopped out. Now more likely price will continue to go down. We could find a little bit more selling pressure. Oh damn, nice. Look at that. A pretty strong sell-off, but problem is CBD is still not moving. Maybe we could see retest right now this area right here, then go with the sells. Okay, now we can easily consider selling gold with stop loss eventually above this highs 814. Maybe I'm not gonna lie, I would rather even go with the shorts on German 40 instead of gold. London opening. Okay, I don't have any position open right now. I really don't know where the price of gold will go. Wow, let's put in a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, we eventually could have rejection from this previous value area high. At the same time, that could be a fake out because we broke below this daily pivot point. But yeah, I mean, I think my analysis, according to my analysis, price of gold will more likely go up than down. But that's just me. Now we are creating potential rejection zone, like on a 1-minute time frame. It's really hard to say where the price will go. 58. German 40 is moving up, gold is moving down, opposite direction. Hard to trade gold right now. Really hard. If I go with another quick scalp with the buys, eventually stop loss below the lows. Okay, I went with the long position. I think it was around here with 30 pip stop loss. If I got stopped out, I mean, then fuck it. Short-term price of gold could go up. Long-term, I will be looking for sells. Yeah, price is going down. CVD also going down. This will be like third loss in like last 30 minutes. Thank God I don't have a big lot size, but oh, we are in profit. Who would say that? I had 2 losses before this trade, small losses, but like it's the problem is it's not important. Do I have like big loss or small loss? Loss is a loss. Loss hurts, but like okay, it's much less than because it's small position. But problem is I don't like to be wrong. I don't like to be wrong with my analysis. That hurts the most. Like I mean, there's no like clear direction because yesterday we had pretty strong bullish momentum on indices. Even if you go, let's say, on the daily time frame, we had pretty strong bullish candle. Current candle is still bullish. It could go much higher. US 30. I mean, look at that. We are in the middle of 2 wars, and price is like retesting the all-time highs. Doesn't make any sense. US 30 price is moving to the upside. Nasdaq, we will soon eventually see retest of the all-time highs and maybe create new ones. I mean, doesn't make any sense. I don't know for you guys, but this looks kind of concerning, I would say. Really concerning in my opinion. Today I don't think we have any news. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing important. French CPI 1% higher. Yesterday we had PPI. We can clearly see that PPI was showing the lower number, which means inflation is kind of going down, which still doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we have to adapt to the current market environment. It is hard to trade, hard as hell. There's a lot of geopolitical risk right now, but for some reason market is going up. Gold now like moving still kind of bullish, I would say. Even if you look on a daily time frames, price of gold still looks bullish. Okay, but we saw the last couple of weeks when indices goes up, gold goes up as well. Now we have a pretty bullish candle, I would say. On okay, the current candle on US 30 is dodgy, on Nasdaq as well, but in German 40 also now looks dodgy, but it was bullish. But only on gold you can clearly see that we have a obviously bearish candle. And price moment shows that gold is still now bullish. Look at this last swing. Price is moving to the upside. Like, consider like looking at the price, you could say, okay, every bigger pullback you can go with the longs. Like we have a beautiful channel right there. But it is really hard to say, even short term, where the gold will go. I am like currently 35 pips profit, but that's still not safe in my opinion. On the first trade we were 70 pips in profit, and then price somehow went down and hit my stop loss, which was pretty small. My stop loss was like not almost a break-even point, but that's not the case. I mean, I don't like to be wrong. That's the problem. But when you're trading the market, you will be wrong. Trust me. You will be wrong maybe more times than you were right. But if you want to be profitable, you have to make much more when you're right than when you're wrong. Okay, this is now the same thing in the first time, over 70 pips profit. Yeah, let's see if this situation will be the same. Let's see if this situation will be the same like the first time. But this time I will be moving my stop loss to break even. My first trade was, where did I enter? I think I entered right here. My stop loss was 10 pips, I remember. Yeah, this was my first trade. My target was 25. And my target will be also now 25. Okay, at least we have breakout above this resistance. Let's take a look if we have a breakout even on a 5-minute time. Yes, we do. We have even breakout on a 5-minute time frame, so we could expect that current candle could go down, create lower wick, and hopefully continue to go up. If price goes down and hit my stop loss and break even, then yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And according to me, I think that will happen for sure. That will definitely happen. like two similar trades. Maybe my TP is actually too big. Yeah, definitely. I should go with the 2-1, 3-1 risk board, not like 21. Just try to stop loss and break even. So people don't think I still didn't move my stop loss. Yeah, pretty strong sell-off even on a CVD. Yeah, pretty similar situations. Similar price movement on the first trade. This is the product every time, not every time, but almost every time when you enter a trade, even if price goes in your direction, that you will have the price will eventually revisit your entry point, or it will be very close. In this situation, we had first the price hit its stop loss like 10 pips. This was the second trade. Also, price went up 70 pips in our direction. Then price went down, almost revisit my entry point, and maybe it will. It's still not over. Let's see 5-minute time frame. Yeah, 5-minute time frame also supposed to be the average for the moment. If price goes down, hit my stop loss and break even, I'm done for today.